Welcome back to Look Who's Talking.
And we're back. Welcome to episode 14. Took a little bit of a hiatus, a week gap away from the pod. Probably could have been our biggest pod, a Super Bowl recap. But we'll still give you a little bit of a Super Bowl recap. We're a little sad, downtrodden by the Kobe news. But it's a new week, new life in the Look Who's Talking podcast. We have a few things to cover here, starting with an NFL update. And a Super Bowl update from what we missed. Sights and sounds, reactions. Is Patrick Mahomes going to win 20 Super Bowls in his career?
Zach, the Mahomes dynasty might be to what our generation is known as the Brady dynasty.
It's on and popping.
It's an exciting time in football. It's an exciting time in the NFL. You're seeing young quarterbacks taking over the league. You're seeing the Deshaun Watsons. You're seeing the Kyler Murrays, the Dak Prescotts.
Sure.
These types that are really coming on up. But no other than Patrick Mahomes. Can he lead the Kansas City Chiefs after 50-year drought of winning a Super Bowl? He leads the Chiefs to a Super Bowl. And, man, I just got to say, did you see the parade?
He impressed me more in the parade than he did in the Super Bowl.
The parade was oh, my gosh.
The game was actually kind of pedestrian for Patrick Mahomes. Didn't he throw a couple picks, right?
Threw a couple picks, bad throws. One was tipped, but it was behind the receiver.
Yeah.
The other one was just a bad read by both the quarterback, receiver.
Yeah.
Safety made a good play. But, I mean, the parade, Zach, I think that's where we got to start because there's a highlight that went viral of a fan throwing a beer probably 30 to 40 feet away, chucks it up to him. Mahomes one hand snags it, then shotguns the beer and tosses it down. And I'm like, I wish that was my quarterback, man. I would love that to be my quarterback.
I know they put it out there, and our boy Kenny Rosen, shout out Kenny.
Oh, man, love that guy.
Why do you have to – because I think Mahomes responded to the tweet and like, I'm built for this. I went to Texas Tech.
Yes.
I went to Texas Tech, and Kenny's like, why do you got to do that to my alma mater, man? Like,
wreck 'em, bro.
We just look like a bunch of party animals.
Come on, man.
Tech, which you are, Kenny Rosen.
That man, Kenny Rosen's a party animal.
Absolute animal. But, yeah, this dude's so humble. He's East Texas. He's Tyler, Texas.
Yes, he is.
And he's 24 years old.
24 years old, one of the youngest to ever do it. And let's just dive into this game. Weird game, quick game. Very quick game. It felt like the fourth quarter came and it had been like a blink of the eye. Not a lot of action in the first three quarters. Obviously, you saw pretty bad quarterback play on both sides. I think Mahomes was fine. I think the offensive line wasn't doing him any favors. You saw him scramble quite a bit. Not only that, receivers weren't getting separation. You do have to get a lot of that to the Niners and their defense and how they got pressure on Mahomes the whole game. And Garoppolo, I think he had the time. He was just missing a lot of throws. But when it came down to it, both defenses played well enough. And then 6 minutes left, it came down to coaching, Zach. Tell me what your thoughts are on the Shanahan, your boy, Kyle Shanahan, the UT grad, hook 'em, just not running the ball up 10 with 6 minutes to go, Zach.
Yeah, I don't know.
Tough to see.
I don't know how much is on Shanahan. I don't know. To be honest, I was flying back from your homeland, Arizona. I was out at the Waste Management Open.
Yeah. I know.
Shout out that golf tournament. But I see the backlash with Shanahan. I think he's because people are dogging him right for the Atlanta 28-3 game.
Yes.
And then,
which I don't love that. I mean, he wasn't the head coach. He was an offensive coordinator.
And I don't love I don't know. The play calling is all feel from what I don't know, from how I would call plays. And, if I'm going to be aggressive, I'm going to be aggressive. If I'm, whatever I'm feeling, you have to be able to roll with that. You have to have the mantra to stick to your guns.
100%.
And, if you go down the way you go down, it's not on Shanahan.
You're always going to be
who you are.
You're always the fans are always going to hurt you if you come out on the other side of the win or loss.
Yeah, come on, man.
Yeah, I mean when it comes down to it, you watch. I understand where he's coming from, right? Like Shanahan said, hey, we didn't need to waste clock. We need to make plays.
Yeah.
And I get that because a lot of the time when you see teams get conservative in these big games, it will go against them. They, 3-and-out, and a guy like Mahomes can make a play out of nowhere, right? He can make a play out of nothing. And so Shanahan's whole theme of that fourth quarter was you got to make plays and not just think about wasting the clock because this Chiefs offense is good enough to make that play to get us back into it. But what's unfortunate is I think more so than Shanahan, I get that philosophy and I actually respect it a lot.
Yeah, me too.
Is Garoppolo did not make throws. I think the Jimmy Garoppolo.
That's the real story.
The real story is Jimmy G didn't make throws. Jimmy G had a couple of plays that he missed slants, he missed wide open bubble routes, and Sanders and Debo was having a great game, but he just could not make the throw, and I think it came down to what quarterback's going to come up and make the big play. Yeah. And there's two memorable ones from Pat Mahomes. It's the one to deep ball to Tyreek Hill on 3rd and 15, and it's the big wheel route to Sammy Watkins out to the goal line. So.
Yeah, I think, if you peel back the curtain, it's a little bit of Shanahan, people, the pundits, the talking heads talking about how he didn't necessarily trust Garoppolo, and you could tell by the play calling. But I think what you learned, we knew what Mahomes was, who had more to prove in that game. It probably was Garoppolo.
Yeah.
And you learn that he's a quarterback that's still learning the system. He's a quarterback that's still getting comfortable. Was that his second year or his first full year as a starter?
First full year as a starter. Yeah, because he was there last year, but he was obviously got hurt. So
come on. And then you hear that these guys are partying with Lil Wayne, and they have their Super Bowl after party, and like the people that were interacting with the people on the 49ers team, they were so confident that they'd be back. So
I think they'll be back.
I think so too. If you get a lot of those pieces, defense travels, defense wins championships.
You got Garoppolo locked up. They've learned how to win with the skill position players they got. Their philosophy is really smart in how they stack up the O-line, stack up the D-line, and then get specialized skill players at certain spots. Like a Kittle, like a Raheem Mostert, and you're not paying a lot for those types of guys. You will for Kittle, but for a Mostert, for Debo Samuel on a rookie contract, I think what we've seen as well in the past couple of years is how crucial the draft is.
Yeah,
you got to draft well, Zach. It's as simple as that. You see a team like the Niners, they get a guy like Debo Samuel. If they get a guy like Nick Bosa. If they don't get a Debo, I don't know how good this team is because that guy was so crucial to this team. And then, obviously, Bosa was their defensive MVP, him and Sherman. And this guy, Bosa, was almost the NFL Defensive Player of the Year. He was up there. You saw last year with the Colts. And, that team had drafted their first and second round picks were all pro guys.
Yeah. The Leonard kid.
It's just so crucial to win the draft. So I think that's something we need to look at early on. Who wins the draft? And who can make a deep run into the playoffs? Is there a correlation? We'll see.
Yeah, they'll be back for sure. They'll be dropping a Sam Ellinger. We're back.
Oh shoot! Come on, man. Too early.
We'll stay. Yeah, wow,
always
that
too
still
early.
Hurts. Always still early. Texas is never back. Remember that, listeners. We're never going to be back. Also, sticking in the NFL, there's a lot of dudes that can really spin the football that could be playing for different teams in 2020. The top of the line, two names that come to mind: Tommy Boy Brady, Dak Attack Prescott. They could be doing a swapsy soupsy. They could be doing a tipsy topsy. They could be switching teams, but
don't forget about Big Phillip Rivers. Come on now, gotta say it.
Don't forget about it. He's got one more year left in the tank. He wants to play.
Man, he's got like 8 kids.
Chargers said not so much. So, all these guys. Listen to this free agent market: Dak Prescott, Tom Brady, Drew Brees, Big Phillip Rivers, Ryan Tannehill, famous Jameis.
IT guy.
The list goes on.
Come on now.
Someone pull those stats for me. Or pull those numbers. But, what do you do? First and foremost, do you pay Dak or do you not? Like, what is his? Does he need Jared Goff numbers? Whatever his numbers are.
It's a good question. It's a question that's hard to answer either way because you can go one or two ways. you can go, are you paying Jared Goff or are you paying Russell Wilson? That's my Dak comparison on the who are you paying?
Do you think Dak is better than Goff?
I think Dak's better than Goff.
Wow.
I don't think Goff is bad. I'm not going to be like, hey, Goff sucks after a letdown year after a Super Bowl appearance.
A little slump.
Goff's fine. I think people just caught on to their offense, and they had injuries to Brandon Cooks and Robert Woods throughout the year. That was tough.
So is Dak going to get
But I
Goff
think
money?
Dak's good, man. I think Dak's good. I like Dak. And I think if you are Jerry Jones, you have to see the value in a quarterback. You have to see the value in a quarterback who's good, who put up league best numbers in multiple categories, and you have to pay this man. You have to get. I heard something about $33 million offered and was declined. I think Dak's trying to get closer to the $40 million a year mark, which is insane to think about. But and I think there is. I personally think there's a price tag on Dak. I do, but I think there's a middle ground that can be met.
Dude.
I like
and
that.
it's not $40 million a year.
It's not 40. 40 is a little high. That's Patrick Mahomes level money right there, not Dak Prescott level. But Dak's good, man. Really good player. They've got what they're looking for. They got the weapons. They got the O-line. Why not lock up your quarterback and buy into this team with the new coach you got? McCarthy believes in him, it seems like. So let's go. Let's see what we can do.
He needs to stay. Who on this list is most likely to make a move? Who on this list? Obviously, Phillip Rivers is not going to be a Charger. We know that. But But you think, or I guess I should pose the question: Tom Brady or Drew Brees? Who will not be suiting up for their respective teams? Who's more likely?
So, man, if Brees is not in New Orleans, he's at home with the family. As simple as that. He's not going to he's not going to go play for another program. He'll be here and he'll be in New Orleans or he'll be at home. Tom Brady, I think he's more likely to leave. And we're hearing the Dallas rumors, Zach.
Yeah,
there's
a lot of peeps out there.
The Vegas rumors. Uh-oh. Tommy in Vegas?
Yeah,
come on.
Couple of birdies, out there. The Dallas rumors are Dallas has this loaded roster where you have this O-line, and it's only going to be this great O-line for an amount of time that is limited, right? Yeah. So you can plug and play a Phillip Rivers or a Tommy Brady and win one if Dak's not your guy. But I don't think that it's going to get that far.
I think both stay, but the one you hear a lot for Brady is Tennessee, and I think it kind of makes sense personally. There's also rumors of Giselle buying a place in Tennessee. Yeah. They have a spot in Nashville now, and she's moving on and off there. Play for Vrabel. You have Derrick Henry, King Henry in the backfield, and you have that offensive line with guys like A.J. Brown, Corey Davis, Tajay Sharp. Fun little team.
What are they gonna? Are they gonna? If you're a Tampa Bay GM and you're a Tampa Bay owner, are you willing to pay famous Jameis?
Tampa Bay and Jameis Winston's the wild card. I mean, the dude threw 30 touchdowns and 30 picks last year.
The 30-30.
The 30-30. 30 for 30 on Jameis throwing 30 and 30. Let's get it happen. Let's make it happen. I think they stay. I think they re-sign Jameis at the right price tag.
Wow.
I don't know where Jameis goes. You know where a good fit would be? Las Vegas. Let's get Jameis to Las Vegas.
That would be sick.
I kind of like that idea,
That would be
man.
sick.
It would not be good for him, that's for sure.
The idea of paying Jameis $30 million a year makes my stomach hurt, but it's going to happen.
Oh, man.
I guess so.
It'd be sad to see. But Tampa Bay has no one else. Unless they want to go with the rookie. Give Arians his young gun and let it fly. But
yeah, I don't know either. But there's something almost nearly as exciting as Jameis going for 30 for 30 in an NFL season is the XFL football.
Ah, yes.
That's people are tuning in out there. People kind of love XFL. They kind of like footballs on Saturdays.
Producer Sam, big fan.
There's not supposed to be any football. Producer Sam piped up in the group text. This XFL football stuff, I kind of like it, man. Let's watch it. Let's see what's going on. I was down in Galveston.
Yep.
A couple of Houston guys, all Houston guys. Shout out Merritt St. Paul and the crew. But they were hyped up to watch the Houston Roughnecks or the Renegades or the Riflers, whoever they are.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you this, they were hyped up to watch them. I don't know anything about XFL. They tweaked the rules a little bit.
Yep.
I like the new kickoff.
You like the kickoff?
I like the kickoff.
Okay.
I don't know why. They've almost basically eliminated the kicker, the non-football player. There's a couple of really good players. All these players have, as my guy Steve Levy would say, have had a cup of coffee in the NFL.
Yes.
But I don't know. Connor Cook, a couple of other.
That's right.
Dudes.
Is he the Houston guy?
No, Connor Cook didn't even win the job. It was somebody else.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Poor Connor.
Yeah, Cardell.
Tough time for Michigan State football, huh?
Brutal.
D'Antonio gone. Connor Cook's not even starting in the XFL.
Brutal, man.
Tough to see, man.
I don't know. I'll probably keep my ear to the ground on it. I don't know how many games I'm going to watch. I'm just not that hyped about it.
I'm not
Maybe
either.
because I don't have a team.
Didn't watch it.
Could you imagine if Austin had a team in it?
Then I would be in. I'd be all in. If Austin had a team, I'd be all in. Yeah, man. I remember it was Saturday morning. I'm scrolling through ESPN, waking up. You know, my eyes are just kind of adjusting to the lights.
Little baby Z,
just opening his eyes to the new world. And, scrolling through ESPN, obviously, first thing in the morning. And I come across an article. This article says, Landry Jones, the face of the XFL, and I immediately lost interest in the XFL.
Didn't resonate with you.
I said, if Landry Jones is the face of anything, I am not buying into that. That is for sure.
And
it was this whole article about why he's the face and blah, blah, blah. Landry Jones, man.
Come on,
this
man.
dude lost the starting job to Duck Hodges, a man by the name of Duck.
Duck Hodges.
Let's not talk about this. If Duck Hodges is in the NFL, then I don't even care who's playing in the XFL because they all suck. That's my opinion. But Landry Jones, Cardell Jones, the Jones brothers in the XFL.
Yes,
Think about that, huh?
Jones and Cardell.
But yeah, interesting. Steve Levy, face of the XFL on the reporting side. But you know what makes the crowd interested, what makes the fans interested, is the real time interviews. The in depth. After a guy gets a pick, he comes off the field and you hear his first words.
What does he have to say?
It's kind of cool. It's kind of fun.
The other team. I just picked them off.
Yeah. Like literally, it is
Basically.
explicit. They blank it out and everything. I'm like, you know what? I kind of like this.
Yeah. People getting to see the NFL replay, the XFL replay.
Yeah.
People love that.
Yeah.
People love that. I think they want to see that in the NFL. There's a couple things that they, the sideline interview stuff. They're doing it. I don't know. The product was really good.
Yeah.
That's why I think it'll actually last. And and you and I both listened to the Rosillo pod where Steve Levy said, and they're dumping a lot of money into this.
Uh-huh.
I mean, Levy was saying that we've got the makeup crew out there. Before these games, we've got the entire camera crew, so people are putting their money where their mouth is on the XFL.
Here's another thought: the XFL has a fantasy football league that you can create.
Is it really?
Thoughts about making an XFL fantasy football league?
I did hear rumblings of the guy.
You, producer Sam, grab a couple more. That'd be interesting.
Jeez,
who's your starting quarterback if you pick one?
I don't even know the starters.
I know.
Man.
There's some Navy guy I watched, Tau or Tamu.
I'll tell you what.
Plays for Kansas City.
Shout out
St. Louis.
Savannah Prukop, recruiter on my team. Her brother made the trip down to Dallas. Had a tryout the other day.
What?
Yeah, quarterback, XFL tryout.
No way.
Yeah, shout out Dakota.
He's interviewing for me in about a week, so that's good.
Oh, really?
Yeah, National Instruments.
Or the other brother. She's got a couple brothers.
Yeah,
probably the other one.
Wow, talented family. The Precops.
George Whitfield product.
Mechanical drafters and quarterbacks.
And recruiters.
But it is kind of cool that you can hear the coordinator broadcast into the helmets of the players.
Yes, I like that too, Sam.
So I think the running back and the quarterback all have helmets that mic up with the offensive coordinator.
Uh-huh.
And then the defense, I think, has 2 or 3.
Yes.
So, that's kind of cool. It's
I
super
like that.
broadcast heavy. So you either like it or you just hate it and dread it. But as the season progresses, I think they'll just have to cut down on that.
They'll adjust it, I'm sure.
Because they're explaining how football works.
But there was some really good plays made. You watch, there's a couple top 10 plays, And I was like, okay, like these guys are pretty legit.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Product was fine. The skill guys, I mean, skill guys are skill guys. A couple of those little receivers are going to get picked up. Like, they will. They just will. And as I would pay any type of money to get a full-blown mic'd up of an NBA or an NFL just because of the personalities. And, like, I'm drawn to the mic'd up because I love the trash talk. I love the I love the nitty-gritty stuff. But I just don't know. You know, you're just not as familiar with the personalities, so it doesn't resonate.
Exactly.
Much,
That's a good point.
But I don't know. It's a cool league.
We'll see.
I'll probably keep watching.
We'll take a gander.
But we can flip over to another cool league, the National Basketball Association. There's a Rookie of the Year race going on, and the question being posed out there is Zion. This man just had a 31-point game. I think the fastest to a 31-point game in the history of basketball. 9 games in.
31-9-6.
The last one to do it, or the last quickest one to do it, was Allen Iverson. But can Zion Williamson, in the eyes of the voters, catch Ja Morant for the Rookie of the Year race?
Yes. Simple as that.
Wow.
Yes. And you know what it's going to come down to? If Ja's team gets to the playoffs, Ja has to win it. But I think this Pelicans team and Zion being healthy, they could make a little run. They're only 3 games out of the 8th spot of Memphis. If Zion and the Pelicans get in that 8th spot and they make a run, Zion is unanimously the MVP, the Rookie of the Year.
Unanimous. Ja doesn't even get a vote.
Unanimous, dude. If Zion comes back and gets this New Orleans Pelicans team,
I hope you're listening, Ja.
Whatever. Challenge to Ja Morant.
Oh
but
my gosh.
If Zion Williamson comes back and gets this New Orleans Pelicans team into the 8th spot over Ja Morant, unanimous. Simple as that. If you don't pick Zion Williamson and he's averaging 28 and 4, no, shut it down. It's over. I don't want to hear any more race because I've watched a couple Suns Grizzlies games. I'm impressed with Ja Morant. I am. The hype's a little too much though. Jump shot's not great. He makes great passes. Wow. He's a good playmaker. But I'm a little afraid of the scoring ability of Ja Morant.
What?
Yeah, I have some concerns. I'll say it. But here's another. Let me show you a little ESPN and their weird stats. Y'all have seen these weird stats that they throw out once in a while, right? ESPN.
It's all about the stats.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, exactly. Something like that.
Metrics, the saber metrics, if you
will. So I saw this morning, Zion is the first person, or is the fourth player, the fourth 19-year-old in the NBA to score 31 points, get 9 rebounds, and have 5 assists.
Luka, Bron.
Do you know the third?
Andrew Bynum.
No.
Who?
Kevin Durant.
So
wow, what a group to be in. We're in the presence of greatness. But I'm just curious: is there someone who's gotten like when they do those stats? Is it saying like excluding someone who's gotten like 32, 10, and 6 as a 19? Like
advanced metrics.
You know,
it's advanced statistics. The saver metrics.
Just something I think about.
We didn't even know we needed.
Think about it. Don't question it. Just enjoy the greatness of the stat. So. Yeah, I'm all in on Zion. Carmelo said last night in a 21-point blowout the Pelicans had to the Trailblazers, he said, I have never seen a player like this in my life. And Carmelo Anthony is great. He's an MVP. He's a MVP, former MVP. He's a Hall of Famer, and he's played with
Zion set half
stars.
The season, dude. He set half the season. I agree he's a way better player than Morant. I agree.
Let's see if Morant falls off a little bit in the second half of the season.
Yeah, I guess he could hit the rookie wall.
He could hit the rookie wall, and Zion's kind of had his rookie wall. Think about that.
What about this guy, Kendrick Nunn, man?
I love Kendrick Nunn. Love this guy. He's gritty. He's a grinder. He's a classic Miami Heat guy. Duncan Robinson, Tyler Hero.
Who else is on this list?
Brandon Clark is a teammate of Ja Morant's been good.
Porter Jr.
What's
he been
awesome.
doing in Cleveland?
Porter stuff. Kevin Porter, he's been all right. He comes out the bench. They have Garland too. Those are the 2 rookies there. And then Denver's got Michael Porter Jr., who's considered a rookie.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Like the Blake Griffin role?
Yeah, the Blake Griffin role.
Sit for as many years.
He's a good player.
He is a good player.
He's a good player. I like that guy.
RJ Barrett, good player. You don't like RJ.
Not an RJ guy.
Volume shooter that just
Volume
like,
shooter.
yeah.
Shoots 38% from the field and chucks. Chucker. But it's a Zion it's a Zion Ja race.
Interesting.
And
I'll pose a question for you, ZB, producer Sam. If you're starting an NBA franchise right now on the Ja and Zion talk, who are you starting with? Is it Zion with a no-brainer? Is it Giannis? Is it Luka Doncic?
oh, okay, so we're talking
You're starting like right now.
No,
Like
we're not talking Zion Ja. We're
probably
talking all over.
Yeah.
That's
So
a
you
good
probably,
question.
but you're starting right now. So you're probably not going. You have to factor in. You're probably not
Yeah, you're
going
probably-
Bron. You're probably KD would be a bit of a stretch.
The
as
pool of
injuries.
players is the top 3 would have to be Giannis, Luka, Zion, right?
Do
Am
you
I
think
missing
anybody
anyone?
else?
Would AD maybe AD?
AD's in my group. In my short 4 or 5. Yeah,
That is a really good
My
question.
5: Luka, Giannis, Zion, AD, and Ja.
Wow. Ja.
But basically just for youth, though.
You're
for
on
youth.
you're on the Ja. I know,
But
I know.
where would you go? Who would your 5th be?
I think I would go Luka.
Disrespect.
And
Disrespect
I don't
to
think I
Ja.
have to think about it too hard.
Would you go Luka? 1?
To start your franchise.
I think so.
Over Zion.
I am not convinced Zion is going to have a long
Oh, wow. He doesn't like the body.
No. I think he's great. I mean, you look at every drive in the paint, and this is just not sustainable. I mean,
Not enough skill? Not enough skill.
no, I just think physically he will break down.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, you cannot be the most explosive player and the heaviest. This is a equation waiting to end in 4 or 6.
It's almost like it's
wow.
out of this world. Zion Williamson.
Never seen it before.
Anatomically inconsistent with a long career.
So you're thinking Blake Griffin trajectory.
No, I
You're
think
thinking
he'll
a couple
do better.
knee injuries?
I think he will have a better career than Blake Griffin, even if it's short.
Knock on
Yeah,
wood.
I think he will. I think he could lead the league in scoring 2 years in his first 5 seasons.
Wow.
But I
Sam's
would not
answer
bet
is
a lot
clear.
of money that he plays 7 healthy.
You're going Luka over Giannis, too.
Yeah, mine would be Luka. Well, I agree with Luka 1.
Because you can pair him with average players and
God,
their
that's
games
crazy.
are elevated. Giannis isn't elevating anyone's play. I'm not convinced Zion is really elevating anyone's play. I mean, Luka.
Okay,
seen the Pelicans this spot?
let's just first off, Dallas is like over 500 when Luka does not play. That is a weird thing. Because I'm with you, Sam. I'm with you, producer Sam. But Dallas is like 7-6 when
Dude,
Doncic
the way
doesn't
that
play.
the
It's
Pelicans
weird.
play when Zion is on the
They're
floor,
better.
don't tell me.
They're
Don't
better
tell me
with-
that
they're
not
better
a
with
lot
Zion.
better.
Zion makes players better.
Zion's
He draws more attention, creates open shots.
He's a cornerstone of your franchise.
I would go Luka 1, and honestly, it would be a 2A 2B Zion Giannis for that. I like Zion a lot. I think he's a next level prospect.
Just think about this, dude. What if New York, the ping pong balls fall the other way and Zion's in New York? You don't think we're talking about like the Knickerbockers? You know,
we are. No,
being
100%.
close to a playoff spot, or
100%.
fighting for something in the East, dude. This guy is a program changer.
Yes. You got to love a program changer. What about a guy like Siakam?
I'll take Siakam to start a franchise.
I like Siakam.
I like him as my 6th man. I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know if
This
I'll-
man is an all-star starter. Poor guy Pascal.
On
Don't be
Team
hating on my
Giannis,
guy
dude.
Pascal.
On Team Giannis.
I'll tell you what, I would take I would take the Ja move is not something I hate. I almost think I would take Ja over AD if I'm
start your
starting a franchise.
Yeah. Point guard.
Think about it.
Point guard.
AD, as great as he is,
Injury prone.
when he's not, he's the second best player on this Lakers team. They're going to be great. They might win a championship. When he was the best player on New Orleans, team was barely an 8 seed.
Appliances, Yeah.
I'm just saying, I don't think that team was perfectly constructed by any means.
He needed help there.
But he needed help. I think in how the NBA is, it's you need either a guard or you're seeing these unicorn type big dudes that you don't even know what position they play, but they can do a little bit of everything.
Yeah. I like this Giannis, man. He's going to win a championship and shove it in our
If he wins a championship, he gets it. And we do. I think we disrespect the Milwaukee Bucks a lot.
We disrespect Giannis because he's not as skilled.
He's not as skilled, but this guy Giannis is literally averaging like 31, 12, and 6.
Yeah, dude.
But no one really talks about him.
And
Still.
his percentages are like, and he's like 63% from the field. And it's like, what? Are you just dunking it every time?
Yeah.
But he's shooting threes now.
He is kind of shooting threes at a better – I don't know what his percentage is. I'd be curious, but he's at a better rate for sure. But yeah, Giannis is a stud, no question.
I don't know, man.
Gets a bad rap.
Staying in the NBA, we'll wrap up on this topic and then one more. We got to talk about one guy only. That's a little surprise for the pod at the end. But do the Lakers? We're watching it right now. It's not a live pod; it's a recorded pod. But we're watching the Lakers in action against the Nuggets. The Lakers need to make a move. Their guards are not going to. Let's just put it this way: they're not going to beat the Clippers. If it's the Western Conference Finals and it's the Clippers, they ain't going to beat them with this roster.
Really?
It ain't gonna happen.
You're scared.
It ain't gonna happen.
You're afraid for the Lakers.
I am afraid for the Lakers.
Wow.
I think they're missing a dynamic piece. I think they're missing a playmaking piece.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
Position.
I could definitely use one, but
You think they're built?
I think with their size and how big they are, I think they can beat the Clippers. I do. I think they can beat anyone in the league. The Lakers are
7 games.
The Lakers can put out a lineup of LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and I don't care who's next to those men. They're gonna win a championship potentially. Hey, I don't want to.
They already got the enforcer, Marcus Morris.
Oh gosh. Marcus Morris. Everyone's loving this Marcus Morris deal. I think Marcus Morris could potentially make this team worse. You want to know why?
I don't like Marcus Morris.
Cancer in the locker room, and this guy's a ball stopper. He's the kind of guy that there's a minute left in the game, and Marcus Morris is the one saying, I need to shoot this shot. And when you have Kawhi Leonard and Paul George on
you don't get
the
to
court with
guy.
you,
Yeah.
Marcus Morris is that kind of guy. So I don't know if I love that trade for the Clippers as much, but yeah, the Lakers could use a piece. They could use a playmaking guard.
Darren
Collison would have been amazing. Would have been a perfect fit, and he said, "I'm staying
What's
retired."
the deal on him? He just wanted to retire.
Jehovah's Witness.
Oh.
Wants to be whatever they do. Jehovah's Witness.
Cool. Good for him.
Go door to door. He might come to our door and ask to join the pod. We can get some insight, maybe.
Yeah, I'd like to sit down with Darren.
Friend of the pod.
Also,
Darren.
the stat guy just came in. Giannis is shooting 28.5% from the 3-point line.
That's probably better than the year before. Probably.
Look up that stat.
We'll have to check that.
Stat guy? Okay. Keep hitting me with the stats, man. Keep hitting me with the stats.
Well, hey, 28, if he could get that to like 33, I would be like, I respect it.
Yeah, he's got to shoot a little bit better.
You got to be over 30, man.
But I don't know. This LA team, I don't think they're built to go the distance. I think they might run into a little bit of trouble, but who knows? I don't know.
Yeah. There's not a lot of guys on the market. Deion Waiters was brought up. That would be interesting, I guess, but not a good.
Yeah.
What about bringing back Isaiah Thomas, just released by the Clippers?
Wow.
Bring him back. Maybe a playmaking
little
guard. Man. Bring out the Brinks truck.
Poor Isaiah, man.
Yeah.
Can't find it.
There's not a lot of options.
No.
Is what I'm coming at. You're not going to find a playmaking guard. There was thoughts of Dinwiddie at the deadline. That would have been a perfect fit, but you'd have to give up Kuzma and more.
Dude,
so
but you're just watching. This is I like Caruso. I like Avery Bradley, but like, oh my! I almost just saw a highlight doc, but who knows? I don't know. But who you've all been waiting for us to talk about. One man only. I think he's only 15 years old. Can't even drive himself around. His name is Arch Manning, and he might be the best football prospect to ever come across our very eyes. Someone put out a Sports Illustrated the other day, and I was fired up.
You're in love.
I was fired up. I ran to ZB's desk. And I go, this Arch Manning guy, dude.
You heard of this guy, man?
You got to get on this kid early and often. Everyone's heard the story. The 8th grader, the high school coach, trots him out there The rest is history.
And
Starter from then on out as an 8th grader.
A legend. A legend. Where's this kid play football at? What state?
He's in New Orleans.
He's in New Orleans.
Obviously, with the whole family.
The whole Manning fam.
He has a bad game. He calls Grandpa, who was a Hall of Fame quarterback.
Yeah.
If Grandpa doesn't pick up,
Then
he
you
calls
call
Uncle Peyton.
Uncle Peyton.
Well, guess what? Peyton didn't pick up. I'll call
Uncle
Uncle Eli.
Eli.
4 Super Bowls between
Guess
the two of them.
what? If Eli comes at you, hey, Dad, and that's
Cooper, man.
Cooper Manning, who was
also-
a college quarterback,
Yeah.
unfortunately due to injury
Injuries.
and just being the odd man out in the family.
Just you can't all win Super Bowls.
Yeah, you can't all win Super Bowls here, Cooper.
But it begs the question: who's the best prospect you've ever seen coming out of college
In my lifetime,
in your lifetime?
in my
in
lifetime,
your 25 years on this earth.
Jordan McCabe, maybe? No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Come on,
man. It would have to be between a LeBron James, if we're talking basketball.
Probably a Vince Young.
If we're talking football, that's a tough one. Obviously, the Trevor Lawrence hype was high
Trevor Lawrence, had like 100% ratings on everything. Right?
He was like as big of a 5-star as you could get. Probably going to be similar. Draw comparisons to Arch. The Derrick Henry, just
Was he a
500
5-star?
yards a game.
Out of college or out of high school?
Out of high school.
Out of high school.
Yeah, who would you say football wise? Would does anyone come to mind for you?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I don't follow
High school
NFL.
football.
I thought you were talking about college. I was gonna say Andrew Luck, but I don't know.
Andrew
where-
Luck, even as a high school prospect,
Was,
he's probably
yeah.
a 4-star, 5-star. I saw 24/7
Yeah, he
put
was.
out a ranking of theirs. Like, graded wise, Lawrence was a perfect grade.
Yeah.
Vince Young was a perfect grade.
Really? I did not know that.
Yeah. Nimdiche.
Yeah,
Robert
Kim
Nimdiche.
Beachy.
Kimdichi.
Used to be my Cardinals first-round draft pick.
Yeah. Burnout.
Burnout,
There's
yeah.
a couple others that have come out. But this Arch
What
Manning.
about Clowney?
Clowney. He was a perfect grade.
Yeah.
This Arch Manning guy, no social media.
No, I was about to say that has to be your favorite part. Is no social media, no Instagram, no Twitter, no Facebook.
In an era where all these
business.
kids are putting their offers out there, is not
Yeah.
even accepting college offers.
I was listening to a podcast. Peter Schrager, NFL Network, was talking.
Love you, Pete.
And talked about how, and talked about how these high school kids and then college guys who have these Twitters and Instagrams go through quite a bit of depression because of like all the stuff talked about them. If they
Comparing
have one
yourself
bad
to
game, one
others.
bad throw,
Duh.
fans are going at them on Twitter, Instagram, whatever, saying how much they suck, etc. It's really bad. And what's also interesting is they did some. There was a test that was done for the 2013 high school quarterback class out of high school. And they saw that the top 2 prospects, Max Brown, Christian Hackenberg, were the top 2 quarterbacks. Penn State, USC. Hackenberg played in college, did well.
Yeah.
Didn't really get was like a 3rd or 4th round draft pick.
Fine quarterback.
Didn't really come through. Max Brown, 5-star quarterback, never started one game at USC his whole career. He was the number 1 quarterback in the nation that year. Jared Goff, 29th ranked quarterback in the class.
Goff.
Baker Mayfield, 81st ranked quarterback in the class, and they were 2 first picks in the draft.
Wow.
Interesting to see how the quarterback position
Wow.
out of high school.
What are you saying? The pressure?
The pressure gets to him. So when you see an Arch Manning who has no Instagram or Twitter, you got to think that's a positive thing.
Yeah. He's not diving into that stuff. He's not letting it bog him down. It's refreshing.
Wise.
Honestly.
Wisdom.
Yeah,
Simple as that.
It's a little bit refreshing. The Mannings breed athletes, and this guy Arch Manning just. Let's fast forward the clock 3 years. I want to see him in a Texas jersey.
Watch the film on this guy.
I want to see this guy in burnt orange. I don't
The
know.
huddle highlights.
Jeez,
Come
man.
on now.
Fires me up. The Manning family fires me up.
Ugh, gotta love him.
I like to call Uncle Peyton my uncle.
Hey, good for Eli.
Jeez,
Retiring.
man. Yeah, good for Eli.
Champ. Is Eli Manning a Hall of Famer?
Wow, that's a whole nother bag of worms. What is
Stay
he like?
tuned.
Is he like dead 500 on his career?
Yeah, 117 and 117.
Dead 500, but he's
How
got
can
2
you make an
Super Bowls
argument that-
and 2 Super Bowl MVPs.
God, stay tuned, listeners.
Stay tuned. We'll discuss it next.
Listen to this. It's Look Who's Talking, episode 14. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, we love you guys. We're happy to be back. A little hiatus, but Saya, sure. We'll see you later.
We'll see you next week. Thanks.